Hey, my creatives, it's your girl Tina. Welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm here, you all, in this video to do a comparison. Yes, a comparison. I'm going to compare liquid adhesives today for you all. I get asked a lot about why Beacons 3-in-1 is my choice of adhesive, because it's expensive and people say they don't know how to control it. So they always get questions about, why do I love it? So today, I thought it would be a good time to do a comparison video with some of the other liquid adhesives that I have tried. I can't tell you what I don't know, but I can tell you about the ones that I've tried and what my thoughts are. Can somebody tell him thank you? Let's get into this video. All right, so we're going to start off with my Beacons 3-in-1. This is the Beacons 3-in-1. It is expensive, you all. This bottle of Beacons is like $7. Okay, but of course Tina buys everything with a coupon and on sale. So with the 50%, I always wait till it's 50% and then I stock up on my Beacons 3-in-1. Now here's the thing. Dollar Tree this year started selling Beacons, and when I say it is Beacons, Beacons has a scent, okay, a particular scent with their glue. And when I saw this in Dollar Tree, I said, hold up, wait a minute, because of course the packaging was different, but it said Beacons, and the Beacons was just like the one from the original bottle. So what I did was I opened it in Dollar Tree, and that's how I knew this is the real deal, because it smelled the same. Now, what I have been finding with the Beacons from the Dollar Tree, a lot of times the bottles are not filled. Now, when I go to certain locations, they'll mark it down. 75% off, I have gotten them. 50% off, I have gotten them for. And then some places I say, hey, these bottles, are not filled, because sometimes they don't even be to the halfway mark. And I'm not going to pay $1 for a half of a product. No. So some places I go, they won't give me a discount. I'll leave them there. The next thing I found with the Dollar Tree Beacons is that a lot of times they have been seeping out of the bottle, and they have started to dry. So you have to be very careful. When I go to the Dollar Tree to get the Beacons, I want to make sure it's moving. So I shake it. I turn it upside down. I want to see the movement. If the movement is very slow, that means air has already gotten into the bottle. It's been seeping out, and now the glue is starting to harden. I don't want those. So that has happened to me, and I took them right on back to the Dollar Tree, and of course got my money back. But now I know. So that's the pros and the cons. This Beacons from the Dollar Tree, because I don't know, it's a little defective. It does work. However, it's a struggle to get this Beacons a little bit, once you open the bottle, it's a struggle to get it out. It dries out really fast versus the ones that we get from Joann's and Michael's, okay? So now, is it worth $1? Yes, it is worth $1. Will I continue to buy it? Yes, I will. I just make sure I know if it's moving. I want to make sure the volume, how much is in there. And yeah, I will continue. So this is my go-to. Another reason why I love Beacons is because not only does Beacon adhere well and nothing comes loose, I like the weight that Beacons give my products when it dries. So I can have a lightweight, let's say a 60-pound cardstock project, right? And say I'm going to make a sandwich. So I'm putting two sheets of paper together for whatever reason. That Beacons that I'm going to use to adhere those two sheets together is going to give me that extra weight, that extra stiffness. It makes my project feel like it has a little bit more substance than any other liquid adhesive that I use. So that's another thing that I love about beacons. Now, additional to that, I love beacons because beacons gives me a little wiggle room. So I put my beacons down, it's not going to dry instantly. I'm going to have a little time to pull it, to twist it. Sometimes I make a mistake. I could pull the whole thing up, rearrange it how I want it, and the beacon still adhere. So that's another plus that I like about beacons, okay? Now, some people who have tried beacons does not like the smell. The smell can, I guess, be a little loud if you're not used to it. I'm so used to it, so I don't even smell it. But a lot of times, people that are walking the room or whatever, I've taken it to work, and I've had people go, "Oh, what's going on? What's that smell?" Instantly, they smell it, but I don't smell anything. I guess I'm immune to it. So that's what I love about beacons 3 and 1. All right. Now, I have also tried this liquid adhesive from Dollar Tree. I do like it for certain things, and certain things I don't like it. The major downfall for me with this with this liquid adhesive is that it has water in it. And it wops my paper or my project, if I could say that. I don't like that, the water that's in here. With beacons, there's no water. It does not warp your paper. Your paper is going to lay smooth. It's going to dry smooth. It's going to dry flat. When I use this liquid adhesive, it has water in it, so it wops the paper. And then when it dry, it does not dry flat. The paper have crinkles and bumps because of the water that's in this. The other downfall is that it does not, once you get to about half the bottle, for some reason the glue goes bad and it's hard to come out and it starts to harden. So I've never been able to get through a whole entire bottle of this glue. All right, so it is not one of my favorites. I have 2 or 3 bottles in my possession just in case I just need liquid adhesive and I don't have any beacons or any of the other things that I use. All right, now let's talk about this tacky glue. Aleene's tacky glue. I see this all over YouTube. Everybody is using it. Here's what I don't understand. This is only for a moment. This glue has a lot of water. It has more water than this glue has. When I adhered this glue, it just made like my paper like mud. And this glue reminds me of a glue stick, like the little cheap, glue sticks. It don't last. I don't understand. I did a journal and I used this tacky glue in the journal, and the next month I'm flipping through the journal, stuff is falling out. And it's like you couldn't even see no trace of this glue in that journal. I don't know how it absorbed, but I absolutely hate this glue. I don't understand. I think people are deceiving people because you put a lot of work into a project. You don't want it falling apart. You don't want it to, because I'm a memory keeper. So when I create to hold a memory. I create to hold that item that I'm creating, right? To keep it for a long time. And so Aleene's, I just do not like it. I don't understand how people try to use this. They use this to adhere fabric, lace, trims. I've tried all of those, and like in a week's time, the trim just fell off, just fell. The lace is hanging. I don't know what people, are they just using this for the sake of a video and then just tossing the project, but it is not for the long haul. So this is one that I absolutely do not like, will not spend money on. I would use this before I use this Aleene's tacky glue. All right. Then let's go to the more expensive. I'm just from the I'm from the viewpoint of just because it costs more does not mean it's a better product, if that makes sense. This art glitter glue, I spent $24 for this bottle of art glitter glue. And though it does hold, it tells you it's permanent and it's water-based. Again, I do not like liquid adhesive that has water in it because it just warps the paper, okay? The water absorbs in the paper, and I don't like how it changes the texture of my paper. So I do like this art glitter glue. I wanted to try it because I've seen so many people on YouTube using it. It's like very, very popular. And so I was out on vacation. I had never seen it in the store, in the archivers or anything like that when they were open. And I was out in Vegas on vacation. Hey, Shonda. And Shonda, who is Slim Cards, I was hanging out with her, and she took me to her craft spot, and lo and behold, they had an abundance. And so that's where I got this bottle of art glitter glue. As you can see, it's still brand new. I used it just a little bit. I just don't like the drawback of the water that's in it. Okay. But if I run out and I need something to just adhere some paper or whatever, I will use it, but not a big fan for me. All right. Then I was introduced to this Tombow Mono liquid glue by Miss D. Hey, Miss D. All right. I received a 6-pack of this glue in some Happy Mail, blessed mail, from one of my subscribers who sent me just like 6 boxes of stuff. And it was 6 of these tubes of glue, and they sat in my room for about a year and a half. Did not even think about using them until one day I was talking with Miss D, and she was talking about this. I don't remember what the conversation was, and I was like, I think I got some of that. Now, let's talk about this. I do like it. It does not have water in it. It does not warp your paper. Well, I take that back. It does have water, but it must be very little water because I did notice a little bit of saturation of moisture, but it didn't warp my paper. Okay. One thing I could say about this glue is that if you apply it and the longer you let it sit, the gooier and stickier it'll become. This glue, for me, I have to really use caution because I'm heavy-handed. This glue is good for like fine things, small things, tiny things. Okay, that's what I like about this glue. And I have tested it. I have used it. I have tried it. My stuff do not fall apart when I use this glue. The only downfall for me with this glue is the stickiness. Once it get on your fingers, it's just like, oh, sticking to everything. So I'm constantly, when I use this, I'm constantly washing my hands. I'm constantly using a baby wipe, trying to get this glue off. I could walk away from a project, be gone for an hour, and I still got stickiness like in my fingers, and I don't wash my hands. This is a very good glue. It is kind of expensive. It's not as expensive as Beacon's 3-in-1. But again, I use those 50% off coupons at Joann's and Michael's. I think one tube of this is like almost $4 or $5 or something like this. But I still have like 5 or 4 of these left from the 6 that the lady brought me. So it lasts a long time. And here's another thing that I love. It does not clog up constantly. I take the top off. I remove the little glue right there that dried up, and it usually just comes off like that, and then you're ready to go. It does not clog, so I do like that. All right, so the last adhesive that I use, I'm going to share with you all, is my glossy accent. I love this glossy accent. Now, it was created to make clear dimensional things. So you could take something, let's just say you take a circle punch out a circle, you could put this on top and it'll give it dimension and it'll be clear. It'll be like a glass, right? But I use this mostly as an adhesive. So when I have rhinestones that I want to put on, sequins that I want to put on, I have just used it as just regular adhesive, put my little line of glossy accent and keep going. I really, really love this. It does not warp my paper. It dries clear. Now, this mono Tombow, it dries clear as well, but it's not a clear, glossy, see-through clear like glossy accent, right? I love glossy accent for that reason. All right, so now, out of all of these liquid adhesives that I have, my number one top brand and choice is my Beacons 3-in-1. Beacons 3-in-1 is a little thick. So on some projects that might be tiny or small or narrow, I might not want to use the Beacons because it's so thick. I need a thinner adhesive. That's when I will go to this Tombow or either my glossy accent. Now that I have been introduced to the Tombow, I grab it more than the glossy accent for thin things, okay? Now, I know you all are thinking, well, why don't I use that little extra fine little bottle that you can get from Hobby Lobby in the little toy car section? I've tried so many times, you all, to use that bottle. That thing gives me the flux. I done tried that thing like 4 times. I would not spend no more money on that bottle. It clogs up. That little steel piece that goes in there gets stuck. I absolutely hate that gadget. I'm not going to go back to try to use that again. So, what are my go-to? Beacons 3-in-1 is my all-time favorite. This Tombow is my second in command. And then my glossy accent has to be on deck at all times for just certain things that I'm gluing. So these are my 3 choices of my adhesives. Okay, the Beacons 3-in-1, Tombow, and the glossy accent. What do you use for your adhesive? Tell me in the description box. What is your go-to choice of adhesive? Tell me why. Tell me the downfalls of it, the uphill parts of it. Tell me, it might be some adhesive that I don't know about that maybe I need in my life. Maybe I need to try so I can see if I need to add it to my life. Share with your girl. All right, you all. I just want to come in and share this comparison because I do get a lot of questions, a lot of emails, and just in general conversation with my crafty friends. Questions comes up about my love for Beacons 3-in-1. So there you have it. If you do have any more questions, concerns, or comments, please leave them down below. Give this video a thumbs up and share with everybody else. All of my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. And all of my new creatives, this video is for you because nobody was there to help Tina, to show me, to explain to me the different types of adhesives out there. And so I had to learn, trial and error, messed up a lot of projects using the wrong adhesive, right? So this video is for my new creatives, new to crafting. I hope this comparison shed some light, gave you some ideas, and helped you along your journey of finding the right adhesive for you. Till next time, my friends, my family, stay blessed. Wash them hands. Y'all, Jesus is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas. I'll see y'all on the next video. Talk to you later.